But if the spirit of him that raised up Jesus from the dead dwell in you, see the same spirit of him that raised up Jesus. The number one effect of divine encounter is that it revives conviction. You will never know the reality of God until you meet him. You know, some of us, the reason, look at me, there's sometimes you hear people talk about some things and you think they're stories. There's sometimes you hear people talking about God and you think people make it up until you have some encounter with him. You won't understand the scripture of Paul and the words of Paul. He said, I am persuaded. I am persuaded. That is, I am persuaded. There's something he has seen to establish that kind of level of conviction. Look at it. He said, I am persuaded that he who began a good work. One of the problems we have regarding our conviction is the lack of encounter with God. So situation can change your mind about God. One disappointment can change your mind about God. One, that you knock once. There are people who have backslided and gone away from God because of disappointment. Do you know why? Because of lack of encounters that establishes conviction. You will read in the scripture, you will think it's easy for men inside a furnace of fire, or before the furnace of fire. You can look at the king and say, King, do your worst, throw us inside. You will think, you will know the reason behind that buoyancy. Those men have seen God somewhere. They've seen God. So when you see men talking about God in a manner, find out they've seen God somewhere. They've done business with God somewhere. Are we together? And see, there's a level of faith required to experience and benefit some things from God. And that is generated on the platform of a serious conviction. Look at how Paul says it. He said, what shall separate me from the love of God? Shall tribulation? Shall persecution? Look at me. What the man was naming were the things he went through. Yes, sir. And couldn't break him. You submitted CV once and they turn you down and you're cursing God. You didn't eat last night and you think God is wicked. What you are looking for from God didn't come, and you made up your mind, I won't go to church again. And you know why we need encounters? Because Satan is hiding under such atmosphere to recruit men. If he can bring them before situation that look as if God has abandoned them. This is why encounters are needed. Don't just attend church. Make sure your followership of God is a product of encounters. I'm telling you. I'm not here because I heard the story. This is why you will lose battles because of lack of encounter. Battles you should win. heard in my spirit the sound of abundance of rain. Are you all right? Are you crazy? In the midst of 3.5 years famines and dryness, what are you hearing? What are you hearing? Doctor said we are sorry. This is your report. And some people can close it and say, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Sometimes God tightens the difficulty to appear more real. Did you hear what I said?
Very well, sir.
Sometimes he allowed the ugliness,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so that he can appear more beautiful. So that when you're talking about God, when they are laughing at you, you are not moved. I'm not here telling you stories. I'm telling you what I've experienced. I'm telling you what I've seen.